Hey, yo, this is Scooter.
This is Lavelle.
And you're watching BPM Supreme TV, baby. Woo!
Appreciate it.
Why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good?
Well, that's my name, Lavelle. And, you know, he's pretty much, Scooter is his name.
Yeah, when I was a little baby, Scooter's my family name. So like when I was a little baby, we had like concrete floors in the house, and I had this little baby walker that had wheels on it. And instead of actually walking, I would scoot up to the walls and kick off. And go, and kick off, and kick off. And my family would be like, oh, look at him scooting around, a little Scooter. So I always thought my name was Scooter. Like I was actually absent. I was absent from school in 3rd grade for 2 weeks because my family, I wouldn't answer my real name's Gerald. They kept asking, is Gerald? I wouldn't answer because I didn't know it was me. So my mom was like, why haven't you been going to school? I'm like, I've been going to school, Mom. Job me out, I'll go to school.
Yeah, 3rd grade.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Ditching.
Yeah, I had no idea who, I don't think the memo got to the teacher that my name is Scooter.
That's not Gerald,
yeah.
that's Scooter.
Yeah, so I had no idea. But yeah, it's just been my name forever. I had 2 other DJ names, but I don't know, promoters couldn't spell them.
I don't even know one of them. He won't even tell me one of them.
I won't tell him the first one, it's too embarrassing.
Yeah, he won't even tell me. I'm like, man, that's, you know, working this guy forever, and I don't even know that.
I won't tell him.
So yeah, we just want our names because we feel like that's something you never outgrow. You know, your name. It's like, you can always be Scooter, I can always be Lavelle, you know? So I feel like, you know, if you're a little or a hot or something, you know, like, you might outgrow that.
Exactly.
So.
A hot little, Lil Val.
Lil
Val.
Hot Scooter.
Hot Scoot, Lil Val.
Doesn't make you so mad. Guess you know why.
This is definitely the ROCKSTAR. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
wow.
you think that I'm the rock. This is definitely the ROCKSTAR. Like,
to an extent,
like,
we're both rock stars.
He's a rock star, dude.
He just likes to take it off when I'm around because he can like just hide behind
This guy's
me.
the rock star. He stays out late, parties with people, and takes care of the business.
He goes to bed late.
And I go to bed. I go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the back end studio guy who like takes care of like our sound and makes sure like thing. But any kind of house music that we're playing, like he's the tastemaker. Like he'll find the music, and he'll like figure out what he wants to do with it or what's He's always like bringing stuff to me that I may have not noticed. You know what I mean? Because being an open format DJ, which at the end of the day I kind of am. Like I keep track of so much stuff. Yeah. It's hard for me to stick to one genre. Lavelle, this is what he does, and this is all he does. Like Lavelle's never played a hip hop set, not on purpose.
Yeah, I have not yet. You know.
So I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so this is what he does. This is what he's really good at. You know, I mean, I could.
That's what I love.
Exactly.
Not that I don't love hip hop, but I love, you know what I mean? I'm way more connected to dance music, always have been. You know, I've been doing it since 1990, and so, you know, I've always loved dance music. But I would say the way our personalities work really well together is because we are really good partners to each other. We always have each other's back. And we're very strong personalities, but we've learned within our strong personalities that when we both agree on something, it's always succeeded.
Always good.
When one has argued the other one into doing something that they didn't, it's been like hit or miss. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So we've always come to the decision that no matter how long it takes, we're gonna argue until we both agree. Then we both agree because
there's arguing.
Because we'd rather be arguing in the studio, or practicing, and then crush it out there, than be like, okay, you gotta trust me, and then you trust him, and it doesn't work, and he's looking at you like, bro, I told you it wasn't gonna work.
Good job, guy.
Way to go, bro. I was telling you back in the studio that was gonna flop. And so, you don't wanna be on that island alone, so.
Music, and what it all starts with was him collecting a bunch of house music. Yeah. And I'm constantly collecting acapellas and all kinds of music. So he'll come with 1,000, 500, 600 tracks, and we'll just start whittling them down. We'll just sit in the studio, he'll play something, and I'll just first hear it. Yeah. 1 minute, no.
If he likes it or not, it goes through this. Really great songs and push them to the side. But then we have the songs, and then we find acapellas that are in key. Yeah, then we go through the key of all the songs to make sure all the key is right. And then I listen. Then once we have all those songs together, that we go through them again to make sure that we actually like them. Because a lot of times, if you listen to our CDs,
like I would say we're definitely more on the harder side of everything. We always try to play more exciting, banging music. But we've played from, we were playing like indie
Deep
dance
house.
stuff and like 3-4 CDs ago.
Yeah,
Like we play deep house, we play all kinds of stuff.
We play all kinds of stuff.
So
just
we
because I
appreciate
like
good,
those types
good
of
house
things.
music, good electronic music,
Yeah.
man. Like, we're not here to stick to any genre. I'm here to play good music. I could care less about your genre. Like, I want to play good music that moves people's asses.
And that's what helps, because he's an open format DJ, so he likes a really large range. And I'm not basically, I've kind of evolved throughout, you know, my time DJing, not just being a one genre type of, you know, dance DJ. Because the genres really aren't that big. You can really go through enough of them, you know, and get what you like. So because of that, you know, we kind of can go through different genres or different styles depending on where we're at. You know, if we're in a more intelligent crowd, we're probably going to play a little bit more, you know, underground stuff. If we're in a commercial crowd, we can play, you know, we're with kids, we can play high energy, but still like, you know, kind of an underground sound. So that's kind of like what's made us who we are, is my music has kind of always been, you might not really know what it is, and then his vocals have always been, oh, I know exactly what that is.
We make it
you
work.
know, so.
We get away with playing a lot of tracks that like no one would, there's no way you would ever be able to play in front of crowds, just because I'll put, you know, what are some David Guetta sample, you know, Titanium over something, and people like, oh, okay, I get that. Oh, and the music's pretty good too, so this must be, you know, some remix, and we get that so often. People are like, oh man, I love that remix, where can I get it? I'm like,
yeah, we did that
you can't
live.
get it, you know, it doesn't exist.
And it kind of helps too with us.
I think something that's cool about us, like this was mentioned, is like we're still all like basically analog, two dudes. He's spinning the record you're hearing. There's no sync button. He's doing the work, and I'm literally scratching live on what you're hearing.
Yeah.
So there's no like, we do show preparation, and I know where songs drop, but there's still a live element where if in the middle of what we're doing I have an idea, it changes immediately. Like after so many years of doing it, like we can get so in sync with each other that like, let's say I was gonna put Titanium over this, but I'm like, you know what, that's way too commercial. I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put,
always changes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Master P over it or something just
and I'll
madness.
have a song that I'm gonna play in a certain way or in a row, and then I'll always change. And then you're like, dude, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude, we're doing something different. Like, you know, I mean, like, it's just, we've been doing it for so long that it's like, we like to have stuff prepared, but we like to like be unprepared for our own like stimulation.
Yeah, man, because when it's live, like it's so much, like even when you DJ like by yourself, I mean, it gets repetitive. Like, you know the songs you have to play. Even for house dudes, you know, you play the same songs and you're just mixing. When you play with someone else, there's a give and take.
Yeah.
There's like, I'm definitely not gonna say we're a band, but like if we were one, I would definitely be like doing like the solos and stuff.
He's the guitar.
And he would be like the rhythm section that keeps everything moving. And like the cool part about it is that we can switch it up on a dime, because it's not like just a show. Like, we're not just sitting back there putting a CD on and going like this. Like, you're watching people actually do like skillful things. And we don't want to like, that's one of the things that we don't like to give away. Like, people always like, oh, why don't you use this, or why don't you use this button or get this controller?
No.
And I'm
it's like, that's boring.
It's boring.
You
like,
know,
I mean, I could do it.
so
Yeah,
I
you
can
could
mix,
do that.
You know?
Yeah, you could do that, but
exactly.
what fun would that be? Like, it would be like if I was an IndyCar driver and you said, hey, how about this? How about you don't drive, you just sit in the car, and when you get off, they just spray champagne on you. Like, but I like to drive the car though. Like, that's the point for me.
Yeah, and also I think what separates us too in the 2x4 is that I'm always doing something. I'm just mixing the beats. You know what I mean? He's only doing the vocals. So it's like he's always constantly doing something. I'm always constantly doing something. Where sometimes, you know, a lot of 2x4 acts, okay, one guy will play a song, then the other guy will play a song, then the next guy, they kind of go back and forth that way.
Two guys, one
mixer. And that's
mixer.
not really, you know, our concept. It's like, you know, we are both just, you know, constantly doing something. There's at least 3 records playing at, you know, at one time. Yeah, usually 4.
That's the important thing to us, is like, you know, we're creating a different sound. Like, we're doing something and we're actively like performing for you. Like, part of us being up there is us performing for you. You know what I mean? Watching how all this goes down. But if we're doing a good job, most of the time you won't even tell that I'm up there.
Yeah. I would say just preparing the music at this point in time is the practice that goes into it. You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing this, you know what I mean, together, playing, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we are masters at our craft. You know, we've done okay, it's way too much, it's too chaotic, too much going on. Okay, not enough going on. We like, you know, we've mastered this thing that we're doing. So it's like, we just got to make sure that when we're doing it, that we like what we're doing. So it's like we like that song, and that vocal goes good with that song. And you know, the one song or one vocal can go with many different songs.
Right.
We want to make sure that's kind of like where we're at now. More like we want everything to be on key, you know, everything to be harmonized. We want to have vocals that aren't sped up, that are just right on point. It's like more like, you know, polishing it, but the actual act of us playing together, you know what I mean? We don't even really look at each other. You know what I mean? That's what people trip out on. It's like I'm so connected with what he's got going on just by listening to him. You know, it's like you get anything. You get two people that are very talented individually, and you put them together, then you have a really good chance of something, you know, very talented coming out of both of them.
So not always, because sometimes I fly in from somewhere else, or he'll fly in from somewhere else, we'll meet somewhere. But no matter what, we don't sit together on the plane.
Yeah.
First of all, because I'm too big and he's too big, and we're not gonna fight elbows.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk over someone.
Yeah.
And we both like window seats.
Yes.
So we
So
literally.
that's the only weird thing that people don't understand. We don't sit next to each other.
on a plane.
Yeah.
Unless we really have something we need to talk about or something we get done. Because
so
like
funny.
his shoulders are too wide and I'm too big, and we're just
so-
up in each other's business the whole time.
Yeah, we're not gonna crush somebody in the middle. So unless like, you know, we can't help it, you know. But like we'll tell our manager, like, yeah, okay, we can sit in the same aisle if we have to.
We'll stay
But
in the
we're
same
not-
hotel room. That's cool.
Yeah, but we're
Don't-
not
I don't want to
sitting,
fly with him though.
we're not sitting next to each other on the plane.
I want to be there like an hour before. He wants to be there 2 minutes before.
Yeah, I want to be there.
Maybe
like,
1 minute before.
If there's a green
How long
room,
does it take? How long
I'll
does it
be
take?
there like 30 minutes. But if there's no green room, I want to just like walk in and right on the deck.
How long does it take to put a USB key in?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like 2 minutes?
Yeah, yeah,
That's how long he
exactly.
wants to be there.
That's-
I want to get there early. I want to make sure the setup is right, nothing's wrong, and I worry about that. I get to the airport really early, like that's my thing. And he's just always late on everything.
He doesn't get to the airport as early as he used to.
No, I don't. He's
You know,
rubbing
it's
off
like
on me a
it's
little
like
bit.
you know how they always say, you know, if you know one person has a bad quality and you hang out with them, you usually pick up the bad quality instead of making them turn into the good quality. Yeah, that's kind of how his airport is. You know, I've beaten him to the airport a few times. So I'll let you know.
I just want to check the vibe of the people in the club. And
Yeah.
see like what the early DJ is playing.
See how much he's burning us? The DJ
I really don't
before
care
us.
about that anymore. I don't honestly, dude. I've been burned so many times. Honestly, I walk into every situation expecting it to be just the worst possible. Like in my mind, I have so many other things, other ways to go besides whatever this dude played. Like that's why it's when we play together. There's no human being on the planet that can burn us because we don't play anything anyone else plays.
Right.
So you know, good luck. Like we have remixes that no one else has. So bring it, dude. Play whatever the EDM top whatever is. Like I encourage you, get them hyped. Like we're always like, you know, as long as you get them excited, we'll get them more excited. But like even when I do solo stuff though, it's like okay man, go. Do what you gotta do, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Because if you're a good enough DJ, you know you can start somewhere completely different and then kind of move the crowd somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Kind of start it. You don't need to play the same shit everybody else does.
At this particular time, it's amazing. You know, they're just going off. The momentum's building. You know, you can just feel, you know, the tension. The place is becoming like, you know, one, and people are experiencing something that they never experienced or they were expecting to experience. Whatever it is, that unity of the dance floor has happened, and that's like the best. That's why I do it.
That keeps me going too.
That's honestly the only reason that I love what we do is because watching the dance floor unite and then like having that moment where they're just like, oh, this is so amazing, and just taking them beyond that, where it's like, what just happened to me? You know, it's like, because I've been there, you know, I've been on a dance floor when the DJ's done that. You know, where I thought that was amazing, and they just took it, they had 3 more other tracks that were better than the tracks that I thought were the best, and it was just like, man, that's, you know,
that's kind of what
the
we,
experience.
like, that's where we came from. We both were like dancers before we were DJs. We're both break dancers when we were kids and stuff. So, like, we always appreciate music that makes us want to move. Like, I don't understand DJs that like stand back there and just like completely quiet. Like, I'm like, I don't know how to relate to you, dude. Like if it's not making me move, then I can't do anything with it. I think that's a lot of problem when I go out and hear sets, even with like just huge producers, man. Like, they've never experienced that feeling of like having a crowd go from this to this and just keep building a night. And then like, we know exactly what that feels like. And like, we're always striving to get to that part where, you know, the crowd's not trying to be cool anymore.
Yeah, they're just giving it up.
They're past that.
They're
They're
loving
just
everybody
losing
next
it.
to them. You know what I mean? They've got enough to drink. you know, their hands are up, you know. Some babies are gonna be made that night.
Dude, do something original. Get some skills. Like there's 8 million people out there who can, you know, pay for things. Like if you have money, you know, the technology will do all the work for you these days. So if you're gonna, I mean, it's just 2 ways, man. You can either be really skillful or you can be really rich. Those are the 2 ways you do it at this point, which is sad to say.
Or hungry.
Or hungry, yeah. Or you can just be hungry.
Be focused, never giving up. You know what I mean? Like not taking no. You know, but you do have to have the ability because the fans don't care how hungry or how much you annoyed the promoter to get up there. If you're no good, you know, they're gonna let you know. So
I'll tell you what,
have to have something to offer.
I'll tell you what, man. The bottom line is that, like you can hustle all you want, and it'll get you places, but it won't get you there twice. You're gonna have one chance to go in there and rock it.
One chance to make a first impression.
And that's it. And after if you've gone in somewhere and you've sucked that whole area, you know. And I've been on both sides of that coins where I've been in a situation where I shouldn't have been, and I have sucked, and I've been in situations where I smashed. And that's just one of those things where you just gotta just know you're ready when you go. Like all that whining and stuff and getting in spots, it's not gonna help you.
It's not always gonna work out, you know. As I said, the longer you do something, you know, you experience everything it has to offer. You know, you keep doing stuff for a long time, you're gonna experience the amazing part of like just crushing a club and like clearing a dance floor. You know what I mean? If you have the opportunity to do it.
Or playing to a nobody on the dance floor.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, you just gotta just know that you have something, you know what I mean? You have taste. You have music taste that's, you know, needs to be heard, and you just gotta just keep pushing, you know? Because there's so much competition out there. You know, you gotta really believe that you wanna do this, man, because it's like, A, you can do it and get a little break and then get swallowed by the pack. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, you might not even break out, you know, or you just know that it's like there's someone always wanting to be where you're at. And it's nothing personal. It's just, you know, they want to blow up. They want to get bigger. So if this isn't really, you know, something you're passionate about, then you probably want to do something else because the guys that have passion are going to come and find you and take what's yours.
And the bottom line is we're still very passionate about what we do. I really enjoy what I do.
That's why we've been doing it for so long. And we've been blessed to be still here, you know, traveling around the United States, the world, still playing records, you know. A lot of guys we know still aren't doing this. It started before us, started after us, so, you know.
Very cool.
I'm fading.